Basic items needed for your hamster. Every hamster needs a food bowl. There are quite a few types of food bowls. There is the classic ceramic bowl. This is a brand new one with still the label on it, but you can get that off using a sponge and warm water. Then there is also the plastic food bowl. Most people use the plastic food bowls for fresh fruit and treats, while the ceramic bowl is usually for normal hamster food. Every hamster requires one of these bowls, otherwise they won't be able to eat their food unless you scatter feed. Scatter feeding is where you bury food or scatter it around in the bedding and cage, and the hamsters have to hunt for it. This is a good way of feeding, although some hamsters are not interested in actually finding the food and therefore may benefit more with a food bowl. Every hamster must have some way of accessing water. This may be in the way of a bottle, such as this one. Bottles must work and must not leak, otherwise a hamster won't be able to get access to water. These type of water bottles come with a wire attachment which attaches onto the cage like so. Other ways of giving your hamster water may be in a bowl, although this is not recommended as hamsters find it harder to drink out of a bowl. Every hamster should have a bed. Some hamsters prefer to just have bedding in a corner and sleep in it like that, but most hamsters prefer to have an igloo type house of which is full of bedding to bury in. All houses must have good ventilation and must not be suffocating, as hamsters can suffocate in enclosed areas with no ventilation. You can buy an igloo for about £2 or $3, and since they're fairly cheap, most people should have access to them. This is an igloo type one, which is the most common. Another type is this, which is a plastic house which has 2 levels, therefore giving the hamster more access to different spaces. Another type may be a double door, so it has entrance in the front and the back, or have a glass casing so you can see it inside its house. I recommend getting at least one house per hamster, so that at least they have a choice if they want to have a house. All hamsters must have food. This cannot be substituted for something different, as most hamster mixes contain all the nutrients that hamsters need. There are some bottles of extra vitamins, or vitamins if you're American, that can be added to food, which gives them everything they do need, therefore making a healthier hamster, but most common food should do. If there is lots of fatty foods like peanuts or sunflower seeds, you may need to remove some from the mixture. This is Harry hamster food, which is very popular in food in the UK and can be bought in most pet shops for fairly cheap. There's a variety of different food types and most hamsters enjoy it. The final 2 things that a hamster should have in its cage are chews and mineral or salt licks. Chews are essential for hamsters because it wears down their teeth. This is just a common wooden chew which is painted, but other natural chews are available in some pet stores. Other things like cardboard tubes are good for wearing down teeth too, and mineral or salt licks. Salt licks are good because it gives hamsters the needed nutrients that they need, and minerals are also good for the same reason. These are not necessary, but most hamsters should have them, otherwise it can lead to illnesses from lack of certain vitamins and minerals.